Hello, ladies, gentlemen, and small feral creatures from Alpha Centauri. As you might know, last year, end of last year, I bought a house with quite a big garden and a bit of forest. And today I'm gonna show you around a bit what I'm currently working on. It's a very rural area, so you might have tractors going by and stuff. The biggest, I wouldn't say it's a problem or an issue, the biggest project basically on this site is water management, because I have some parts that are relatively dry and need, have to go there with the garden hose and water the plants. But some parts are really very waterlogged, and I have to car going by, and I really have to find a way to get the water out. But I also the part where this is good is I have my own well for watering the plants. That's the good side of having quite a lot of water on the area. And I also have a small pond in the woods. I'm gonna show you around a bit and show you what I'm currently working on. I'm not sure if you can see the very green part of the lawn or it's not a lawn, it's a grass field, but you probably can see the very green part of it that's very waterlogged, and I'm currently working on getting the water out. You can see that's all like an hour's worth of water coming out of the channel I just dug. And it will go there to the woods where it goes downhill and put the water outside the grass area. Okay, this is my little pond. The water is quite cloudy at the moment because I just finished cleaning out the first part of all the dirt that has been deposited over the last few decades, because nobody took care of this. But yeah, it will take a few more weeks to clear it all out and to make it very nice again. But yeah, it will end up quite nicely, and I have frogs living in it, so the water quality should be okay. And yeah, there's a lot of dirt around which I pulled out, and I'm gonna let it rot around it, because it's just, biological material, and it will make good earth and dirt for the trees to grow. But yeah, it's gonna take a lot more work, but in the end I think I'm gonna even put in some fish, just to make a more natural life cycle in this, and maybe then I don't have to clear it out that often. That's the water drain for the pond. Due to my cleaning up a bit, I've stirred up a lot of muck, and it's currently sucking everything to the drain. So I have to come here like every half an hour, otherwise the pond will fill up and flow under these stones, these here, and just drain below the stones, which isn't, well, which isn't good. You can see it doesn't look like much water is coming in or anything at all, but the whole mountain, all that stuff here, and my water wall, which is about there behind the trees, is draining excess water into this pond, which then should flow out in this drain through a PVC pipe down there along the lawn and to a channel that's running parallel to the street. And yeah, when I started to, like a few hours ago, it was actually draining through this pipe, and it was on this level there, and now twice or 3 times I already had to clear it out because the water was up here to the stones. So there's a lot of fresh water coming in. We can take a look. You can see there's water coming in. It comes basically, this part is more or less a spring. There is another PVC pipe there, which currently isn't draining much water. Okay, it is. It's actually, just can't see it because, oh, let me clear this up. Yeah, that's from this is from the overflow of the water well. There is another part from the hill itself that's coming in here. So I'd say that's quite a few liters per minute. Doesn't look like it, but the whole ground here is also wet from, like here, from water coming in from the hill going into the pond. As I said, it's currently quite cloudy and dirty, but mostly because I stirred up all the silt and pulled out a few hundred kilos of stuff that's all lying around. You probably can't see it much, but yeah, there's quite a bit of water coming in, which is good. So I should be able to sustain some fish. Not for eating or anything, but just you know, eating all the organic material that comes in and turning it into stuff that the bacteria can work with, and then deposit it on the bed of the pond. So yeah, that's let's see. Can we, yeah, and every time it drains quite a lot, but even when it's not raining, there's quite a nice amount of water coming in. Actually, now that I moved the pipe and cleared some stuff, it's making a new channel as we speak, and you can see the water draining in. Yeah, and there's the second part where it drains over this old what's it, roof tile. That's also quite a lot of water. Yeah, as I said, our water management on my parcel is quite a big part of the job. Behind these trees, which are, you know, next to the pond, behind the pond, on the upside hill, you can see that there is a small fence here, and that's the neighbor's area there. And I just spoke to them. They're only here like maybe 2 weeks a year, because they have a small holiday cottage there. And the neighbor just told me I can use their forest area, which is quite large, if to take out all the dead wood, and I can have it for free if I do the work. And that's quite a nice thing, because it saves them money, because otherwise they have to pay someone to do it. And it also saves me a lot of money, because now I don't have to, you know, cut down all my trees or buy my wood elsewhere, because there's a lot of dead wood in there, and that's probably enough to heat my whole house a few months every year. So yeah, that's quite a good arrangement. The drainage ditch is nearly completely dug. It's not very long and not very deep. I will fill it up in the future with a bit of sand and some wood chips, you know, the bark thing is. The idea here isn't to get rid of all the water, just enough to drain some of the surface water, but leave it a relatively wet environment. So it stays more or less natural, just not water standing on the surface. So it should get rid of some of the insects. I will probably go a meter or two in this direction and dig another channel a couple of meters there to get more of the surface water. But it's just when I fill it up with sand and the wood chips, it will drain the water slowly, but that should be quite enough. I don't want to have this thing dry out completely. Just getting rid of a bit of surface water should be enough. Of course, the solution with sand and wood chips would also mean it will decay slowly and probably only work for like 10 or 20 years, but that's quite okay. At least I don't have PVC pipes that need, you know, that someone in the future has to dig out because, you know, plastic. But yeah, it should work. Okay, that's it for today. Thanks for watching.